McGinnis muscling his way for that rebound. Erving on a move. It over Collins.
Julius will get the last try off from just beyond half court. He got it! A three-pointer! Julius Erving has won the game!
Do you believe that? They talk about Michael, LeBron, they talk about Kobe. Do you get upset that your name is not mentioned? Because for all the people that's watching, you invented all this. You see this big house? That's you. You see all these goddamn cars I'm driving? That's you. You see all the fancy suits I'm wearing? That's because of you. So I get upset when they don't mention your name.
It's 89-84. Sixers, and they get inside. And unbelievable. Julius Erving put it hanging underneath. He was trapped. And he still got...
Julius Erving is often remembered as one of the true first pioneers of the game. Known for his electrifying dunks and dominant scoring ability, Dr. J was the face of basketball in the 1970s and early 80s. He was incredibly decorated, 16 All-Star appearances, 4 regular season MVPs, and an undeniable influence on the sport. But here's the thing, despite all of that, Dr. J is rarely mentioned when we talk about the greatest of all time. But Dr. J, he's not exactly shy about where he stands on the issue. In a 2016 interview during Hoop Hall's 60 Days of Summer, Erving was asked whether he thinks he should be in the GOAT debate. His response was perfect. He said, and I quote, "I'll tell you what my modesty says. To hell with my modesty. I think I should be in the discussion." To hell with modesty indeed, and honestly, why not? Dr. J paved the way for some of the game's greatest players today. His iconic above-the-rim style inspired countless players, including some of the biggest names we know and love. Now, even though Erving is confident about his place in the GOAT conversation, he's also realistic about why he doesn't get mentioned as much as others. He understands that each era of basketball has its own icons, and the hype surrounding players like Jordan and LeBron has eclipsed his time in the spotlight. Erving said it best when he mentioned how his nephew sometimes calls him up, frustrated that his uncle's name is left out of the GOAT discussion.
What happens is my nephew, who you know, Barry, he sometimes give me a call and he said, they did it again. Did what? They left you out. And I'm just like, get used to it. You know, we just happened to be, we preceded the era in basketball of the really, really big money, really, really big hype, the things associated with the international game. And I was like one of the first to go over to China, go over to England.
He knows he played in a different era before the big money and the big hype days of modern basketball. But even with that, Dr. J believes that as time goes on, justice will be done and people will recognize his lasting impact on the game. And you know what? Maybe he's absolutely right. When you think about how much the game has evolved, it's hard to ignore Dr. J's role in all of that. He was one of the first players to truly make basketball a global sport, and his style laid the foundation for guys like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant to elevate it even further. In fact, even today's legends look up to him. Shaquille O'Neal has always been one of Dr. J's biggest fans. Shaq has gone on record saying that in his mind, Dr. J is the greatest player of all time, even above Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
I'm gonna just let you know I'm always keep your name alive, because if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't have been no Magic. If it wasn't for you and Magic, it wouldn't have been no Mike. If it wasn't for you, Magic, and Mike, it wouldn't have been no me, no Kobe, no Brown. So I just want to let you know.
And that's coming from a guy who's played alongside some of the best to ever do it. Let's also not forget what Dr. J did in both the ABA and the NBA. Before the leagues merged, he was a dominant force in the ABA, winning MVPs and championships.
For the championship, Brett Jones, it's over! It's all over with 3 seconds to go, and the crowd storms onto the court. 1 second, the clock is out, and the ball game's over. Pandemonium, as the New York Nets win 112-106.
After the merger, he didn't miss a beat, continuing his dominance with the Philadelphia 76ers and eventually winning an NBA title in 1983.
Congratulations, Doc. How does it feel now? You've waited so long for that NBA championship.
Well, 7 years is a long time, but it was well worth the wait.
First of all, let's all have a special nod to Dr. J. Julius Erving. This had to be a great, great night for him. Philadelphia 76ers, the champions of the world.
So with all that said, should Dr. J be part of the GOAT debate? While he may not have the same level of hype as MJ or LeBron, his contributions to basketball can't be ignored. He was the bridge between the ABA and NBA, a cultural icon and a player who brought flair, creativity and dominance to the game. Whether or not fans put him in that top tier, his legacy is secure. Alright folks, that's it for our deep dive into why Dr. J thinks he should be in the GOAT conversation. Do you guys think Dr. J belongs in that conversation with Jordan and LeBron? Or do you think the GOAT title belongs to someone else? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more upcoming videos and NBA content. My name is Damian Peters. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.